All right, everybody. Thank you once again for joining us for another edition of the Modern Agent Blueprint. And before we get started today, we just want to talk real quick about an upcoming event. Nicole, do you want to tell us what's coming up next week?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't get my screen went down and then I couldn't get it back up quick enough. Yes. So we are 1 week out from our exciting level up event happening here in Michigan. We are so incredibly excited. We are going to have an amazing group of entrepreneurial women who are going to be talking about everything from mindset to manifestation to creating a signature look, branding photos, encompassing all of that on social media and being authentic, and then also building your dream business. So we are so incredibly excited. We only have a few more tickets left to sell. So if you are interested, you need to buy your ticket ASAP. So we are super excited. We're just literally a week out. So it's like finishing touches, getting all this stuff done. So we're really pumped.
You guys are doing a great job. It's going to be, I think, close to 200 people will be there. So
it's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, everyone, for joining us today. And we have a special guest all the way from Puerto Rico. Anthony is originally from Louisiana, from New Orleans, and he just recently moved to Puerto Rico. So today we're going to learn about crypto and the real estate market. So Anthony, welcome.
How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Why don't you tell us, I missed the initial crypto boom.
Yep.
I was on the sidelines. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And now I'm like, what do I do? Do I really seriously take a look at it? Is it too late? I mean, I'm kind of clueless. I want to enter the space, but I do not know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, man, you're not too late. And again, everybody, give you a little background about me. Yes, I was a real estate agent in the city of New Orleans. I've been selling real estate for almost 17 years. One of the top sales teams over there for quite some time. And then a little over 5 years ago, a friend of mine turned me on to cryptocurrency. And it's really been an interesting change in life, learning and getting into cryptocurrency and digital assets. To answer your question, Lee, you're absolutely not too late. I tell anyone that, you're never too late when you have someone like yourself asking that question, if that makes sense, because so many people aren't involved. So many people don't have a clue of what's going on in the cryptocurrency space and digital assets. We like to say digital assets, guys, because cryptocurrency is just not exactly what I think we think of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and maybe everybody's heard of XRP and those type of things. What we're seeing, especially in the real estate world, is the implementation of digital assets in the business and the way that we're going to do business. A huge part of that shift is what you probably heard of called NFTs. Has everyone heard of an NFT at this point?
I have. Why don't you explain what NFT stands for?
So NFT is a non-fungible token. So essentially it is a token. It's a token that is put onto the blockchain. It can be put on a lot of different blockchains, but for the sake of not confusing y'all, we're going to talk about Ethereum. Okay, ERC20 is the token that's used to create an Ethereum blockchain. And what they're doing is now NFTs are on blockchain. So what that means is that you essentially have a token on a blockchain that is not erasable. Okay, so that's going to really fall as an interesting part into the real estate world. And we're going to grow into so many different things. As a real estate agent, you really need to start getting up to speed on this, the terminology, even just the crypto space and the digital asset space altogether. It's coming fast. And what's going to happen is, if you guys have already seen, there's companies out there that are claiming they are selling NFTs as real estate transactions and all. Okay, so just knowing how things are going to unfold, how the industry is going to change, and be excited about it. Get involved in it. As a real estate professional, don't get overwhelmed. Don't get scared. Learn. Guys, this is an opportunity for you to really change in marketing, change in thought, concept, and everything in your real estate business. It's really a cool time for us.
So when you say, when you're talking about the blockchain and I do know quite a bit about crypto, but I still have so much to learn.
Yep.
So how are these tokens going to be used? How would we buy a sliver of a property
No, that's where, so that's a great question, Lee, because that's what people are starting to get confused on. And look, this is all changing daily. Okay. And guys, just to let you know, myself, Sheila Fergeran, Kevin Cottrell, and Teresa Grobecker, we're actually creating the systems and everything for exactly what we're talking about right now. And also the education piece. We're literally next week flying into Dallas, going to film a massive education piece on this whole entire process. But great question. That's where people are getting somewhat in interesting waters, because they are tokenizing and then trying to fractionalize the token in order to sell a property. As we stand right now, guys, that is totally against SEC rules and regulations. So we're looking to standardize or systematize and legalize the sale of an actual NFT that is tied into a property. So now, to answer the way that it stands right now, when you buy an NFT, which is going to be the house itself, okay, it's just that one NFT. It's not going to be fractionalized. Can it be fractionalized over time? Absolutely. I think that's the route we're going to go, because you guys know you can buy 0.0001 Bitcoin right now. That's what you mean by a sliver of fractionalization of
it. Okay. So how do you turn your cash into an NFT?
A lot of ways. So depending on what you're looking to do, you can buy NFTs right now, guys. You could literally go, and you have to have like a crypto.com, KuCoin, Coinbase account and stuff like that. And then you move that money over, but you can turn, it's really not a hard process if you want to learn to turn your money or invest in NFTs. And let's be clear right now, NFTs as we stand right now are truly just art. They do have some type of function. They do have things like that. But in theory, as per the SEC, when you buy an NFT, you are buying a piece of art. It is not a treasury. That's the shift in this whole entire conversation, is that we're going from art to real estate, which is going to turn into treasuries and securities. That's the big transition that we're going to see in the business right now. But right now, like the modern agent blueprint sign you have behind you, you literally can turn that into an NFT right now. Now, someone may not want to buy that NFT. Now, me, I trade a lot of NFTs. I trade all NFTs now. I really don't even try. I got a lot of crypto. I mean, a lot of Bitcoin that I'm sitting on. But daily, I am buying and selling NFTs. So think of it as art. Like, anyone's ever heard of the artist Banksy?
I have.
Yeah. So think about that. You're buying art that does have some type of functionality, but literally it's art. And what does art do? Art appreciates. These NFTs are appreciated at a crazy high level. Now, there is a lot of real world functionality that's going to happen in time on that also.
So just so all of our viewers here, this modern agent blueprint sign, $1 million, it's yours.
Right? As they try to do Twitter, they NFT the first ever tweet. And they literally thought this thing was going to sell for like $25 million. I think it sold for $280. So there is things like that. Now you can, though, something we're looking at, Lee, is that's kind of cool. Like I have a brand that I'm building right now too, kind of in similar concept called Unfireable. I talk about what I do in real estate. I talk about what I do in crypto. I talk about what I do in loans. And I also talk about it and work with a lot of entrepreneurs to where we're literally unfireable. We cannot be fired. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a group, a Discord, that people can have access to other entrepreneurs. And the only way you get access to that community is by buying our NFT. And it's really cool. I could share with you guys, because it's kind of, this is a very, you may have seen, Lee, we're friends on Facebook, so you've probably seen me post it. But it's really
yeah, I'm a part of your Unfireable group.
So if you see, that's the Unfireable NFT right now. And the only way you get access to the group is by having that NFT. That's the kind of cool stuff you can do, guys, with Crave. So I talk about a lot with NFTs right now. It is what you guys have at the Modern Agent Blueprint. It's a marketing and community play. It's going to shift into real life utility. And we're working on that. So we're building out a company right now called Consortia. And soon you guys will be able to go to reconsortia.com. You will be able to mint your own agent NFT. Okay. And then that agent NFT gives you access to have a website on Consortia. And then you go to your clients and you ask them if they would like to have their houses minted as an NFT. From there, we got a real world marketplace for clients, consumers, and everyone to go start looking at houses. Can they buy directly as the NFT and get the close on the house? Not yet, but that's where it's going. And everything will be tied into that NFT. Title, mortgage, insurance. There's one thing we were talking through this the other day and we had a conversation. What's the biggest, as a real estate agent, what's the biggest thing that causes lawsuits in the real estate game? Sales, like we're doing right now.
It's typically
Anybody?
something wrong with title. It's typically.
And property disclosure. People lie on property disclosure. So what we're doing is we're going to put on the blockchain title, insurance claims, property disclosures, things like that, known issues, and have it all on the blockchain. And guess what's kind of cool about the blockchain? Once the data is there, it cannot be erased. That, like, the sixth owner that owned the home 45 years ago didn't know about the big comet that fell through the roof. It's like auto facts for houses, all on the blockchain.
So I've heard for years that blockchain will replace title insurance.
It's coming. Yeah, we're in about a 3 to 5 year cycle. And guys, this is the important part about being educated on crypto. Your clients, most of your clients probably know more crypto than you. Okay, you need to catch up to speed, because if your client comes to you and say, "Yeah, hey Nicole, I want to buy a house. I got 2 million in Bitcoin," and you go, "What's Bitcoin?" They're going to go to the next agent and find out. Okay, just learn, get in the know. You don't have to trade crypto. It's like we have real estate agents who sell investment properties and multifamily units all the time, but yet they don't own a 25 or 50 unit apartment complex, but we sell it. You know, we sell commercial properties and we don't own a restaurant or a commercial. You need to be educated, because trust me, I am in some of the biggest Discord groups in the world, which is trading Discord groups. These people are kids. I'm 47 years old. They call me grandpa. They're literally, I was talking to a guy the other day and we're going back and forth and how much he's made. And I'm like, man, how old are you? 17. Okay. Right. And I'm like, wow. Okay. I'm talking to a 17-year-old. There's kind of nothing wrong with that on the internet. But the fact is, it's like these people are young. They're making money and they're going to be buying assets. You need to be in the know.
Yeah. So for me, like I'm a graduate of University of Michigan with a finance and accounting major. So I'm, and that's not an easy school to get into. But I'll be totally honest, like I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this. I don't know if it's because I didn't grow up, on a computer, or, I mean, I just, so where do we start? Like where, like
put the work in, man. It's like anything else. Like I used to tell my agents years ago, like I did somebody fresh out of college and they're like, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job, and they get into real estate with me. Okay. And then 6 months down the line, they're like, man, I'm really not succeeding, Anthony. What am I doing wrong? I'm like, well, tell me, you went to college, right? And they're like, yes. I said, how many hours did you study for a degree that you're not using? Oh, they'd be this crazy number. We'd write it on the wall and say, and I'm like, okay, how many hours are you studying for your job now in real estate? And they would put like literally a 1. Okay. You got to take time. Now, then we go, okay, there's not enough time in a day. There truly is. Like something I coach up on all the time, man, is systems and schedule. You just got to go find time to do this. You got to go find time to block it out. Now people ask me, what do I learn? Where do I learn? There's a couple of ways. I mean, trial and error, like myself, years of losing money and then making money and then relearning everything. YouTube, okay, there's a ton of free information on YouTube, but I'll tell you guys, YouTube could be the biggest mistake you can if you listen to the guys on YouTube. There's a rare, and I mean rare few, and I know them personally, the rare few who are good and actually not trying to literally steal your money. There's a thing about cryptocurrency and trading. I, as an influencer, could tell you to go buy, real estate coin. And if I got a channel following of 1 million people, guess what's going to happen to real estate coin? I'm going to go straight up. And then guess what I'm going to do the moment it's at the top?
I'm going to sell. And guess what you're left with? Okay. Unregulated. It's the wild, wild west in that sense.
We do have a third option, guys, that we have partnered with a education platform called I Am Academy. And if anybody's ever heard of I Am Academy, it is it's a system these guys had built years ago, and it was for Forex trading and things like that. But the fact is, they've really come into cryptocurrency now, and it's a really good education platform. Standard education, things like videos and things like that. And also, what I like that they do, the one thing, because that's what YouTube does have advantage of, live in the moment, what's going on, what's happening, what's training. So they do actually go live classes also. So that is a great resource also. And we've used that heavily. And I consider myself a professional NFT and crypto trader. Okay. I've been doing it for a long time. I've made a lot of money doing it. I literally moved to Puerto Rico because of the tax incentive on my crypto. Okay. I've done well with my real estate too, my company. However, the crypto has outpaced that almost 100x. Okay. And if you guys don't know about the whole tax incentive for Puerto Rico, go look it up. Okay. It's kind of crazy, life-changing, huge. So yeah, that's a great way. That resource, I use that all the time. And I was saying that I'm a professional trader because I really do. I still trade daily. I do it nonstop almost. And I use this platform almost exclusively now for that. And what I believe, one thing that I'd say, Lee, is that with the brand that I'm building on Fireball, I believe everyone should know how to research and trade either Forex, stocks, cryptocurrency on those assets, because that makes you unfireable. Who here has a kid that's over 18 years old? Anybody? Okay, if you do, start thinking about them. Okay, your kid is going to potentially go to college. We know what's college cost nowadays. I think that's on the average $100,000, something like that. Literally, if you put your child through a course or started to teach them how to learn technical analysis, learn how to trade crypto, learn NFTs, they will never, ever, ever, ever have to work for anyone in their lives. They will be their own boss forever. And you can do the same.
So how would I get started? So if I have $10,000 that I want to invest, like what would be the first thing that I should do?
Learn. It's like anything else, man. I mean, so first thing I would say, if you have $10,000, make sure that $10,000 is $10,000 you can afford to lose. Okay. Don't ever put any money into anything that you can't afford to lose. Like, if that $10,000 went away, it wouldn't affect your family. It wouldn't affect your lifestyle, your livelihood, or anything. Secondly, is go learn. I would not start buying anything. I've seen it times. So Sheila, for example, you guys probably know her. When her and I started talking, we started talking about crypto, and she literally showed me what she was doing, and she was a substantial amount of money in the hole. Okay, because she bought at the top and didn't sell at the top, and then continued to ride it down to the bottom. Okay, like anything else, sell high, buy low. You got to start learning that. And the way to learn that is get into trading, at least learning how to do that. So there's multiple ways to do it, but I would not invest a penny, or if, let's say, $100, $1,000, if you can afford to lose that, go into, KuCoin, Coinbase, whatever it may be, and go learn how to trade and just pay attention to what's happening to your money, watching it. There's a lot more to technical analysis than we're going to be even try to comprehend on this call. However, it's a skill set that I think everyone should at least learn and learn.
So I have a question for you. So you said, to be cautious about who you're watching on YouTube and all that stuff. So where is a good place to actually learn this? Because you're saying go.
I highly recommend. Yes, I highly recommend. I really do. I highly recommend I Am Academy, guys. I really do. That's they are regulated by the SEC. They're a full-blown company, and they are not going to tell you to buy some random token or random NFT that's not been thoroughly vetted.
What was it called?
Yeah.
I Am Academy.
I Am
Academy? Yes, I Am Academy. And we can set up, we do have an affiliation with them. We are partners with them. So I'll get with Lee. I could send out a link to you guys. Maybe you could sign up through us, because we are building something really cool with I Am Academy also, guys. This is not just a random academy that you're going to sign up with. We've actually partnered with them. We're actually building assets in place with Crypto Academy, which is going to be the leading education platform for all real estate agents, mortgage brokers, title reps, and anyone in the real estate space. We're building something really strong together. So if you partner with us at I Am Academy, you are also going to be included in all the resources that we're providing for the real estate agents that are going to be in this program also.
Now, do you have anything where there's a group of members that are all trading together? So
We do. Well,
I would rather
yeah,
follow someone else that knows what they're doing.
we do, but I don't even, I won't even bring y'all into that conversation until I know that you know what you're looking at and learn about. Like, I would never suggest go buy Shiba just because I did. Okay, I would, or go buy Solana or go buy Bitcoin. I say, guys, like anything else, get into learning based, learn about it. Okay, because that's going to make you a lot better at understanding your clients' needs and even your financial needs too. Okay, so yes, there are things like that. There's a lot, actually. I have some highly recommended ones that I'm in that you guys could. So one of y'all come to me and say, hey, Anthony, look, I'm good at this now. I get it. I want to go make, I partnered with a gentleman, Travis Bloom. They run The Real Agent. I don't know if you've seen their YouTube stuff they're doing, but Travis has called me and be like, I got $250,000. I want to buy now. And I'm like, no. He's like, what do you mean no? I'm like, no, you're not buying $250,000. And guys, I've been down that with Sheila. Okay. Yeah, if you guys, Sheila's very successful in real estate. She's done very well, and she's had money to put into it. And I had to stop Sheila because Sheila, I'd say, Sheila, look, I'm looking to buy this. She would throw in money that I'm like, what are you doing? No. Okay. So I've learned a lesson with that. And as we grow together, I compare it to who here has seen the Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid? What does Mr. Miyagi say? And what does Daniel say? That's exactly how this is, guys. No different. Okay. And I'm only doing that because I believe you're learning. They say time on task beats talent. You got to put some time on this. But I Am Academy is great. The learning platform is amazing. You can watch a ton of videos. You can learn the basics. You can also learn how to trade. And Lee, you said it. They actually have buy this, sell here, close it here. They have that option in there for you. And one thing great about their setup is that all of those are truly vetted trades versus like some random person on YouTube.
And do they have, like, obviously they have all the results of the
They
trade.
do. Oh yeah. See, all their traders are vetted too. So those traders, if they haven't traded, so Chris Terry, who owns I Am Academy, he was actually a successful stock trader, and he actually was able to accomplish a very rare goal. He was actually able to acquire over $1 billion trading stocks. And he believed the same thing, man. He was like, you know what? Everyone has to learn this and know this. So he took that same concept, built this massive company. There's like, I think 600,000 people in the company around, all learning, all trading, and then we fell into like that digital asset part. I don't trade stocks. Literally 99% of my entire wealth is in crypto. I do not have a bank account. Okay. That's how much I believe in it. Okay. I say I'm unbankable. I'm unfireable. Like literally when I moved to Puerto Rico, I took all my money with me. Okay. And I know that's a little extreme, but that's my belief. But that's what you want to be. You want to be able to see, like, if for some reason, if you have a spouse or a significant other who is not in the real estate business and maybe they work in a 9-to-5 job. I've had a ton of real estate agents, spouses come to me, and they're now joined I Am with us to learn how to do this. Like one gentleman, they live in Philadelphia, and he's like, he's been doing sales his whole entire life. He's like, I'm done. I want to learn this. And I was like, man, well, how much are you making, in your sales job? He makes a decent amount. And I said, here you go, start learning and make yourself to where you're your own boss.
So, I mean, I know that results vary, but I mean, where do you see the market right now, and what do you see the opportunity over the next
A lot
6
of opportunity right now, guys, because we're now in a bear downturn trend. If you guys have seen and paid attention to anything, Bitcoin's hovering around $39,000-$40,000. So I do something. I started an education series with this myself also. I call it The Plan. Does anybody know the Albert Einstein saying about the how powerful compounding gains are, compounding interest is? Has anybody seen that quote?
About the penny doubling every day. Is that
Well,
it?
but he has a quote. One of the most powerful things in the universe is the power of compounding interest. So I took that concept. I'm a data-driven guy. I'm a network engineer by trade before I got into real estate. And I took that concept and I said, man, what if I took $1,000 and I compounded it daily 1%? Has anybody done that math? Has anybody read the compound effect? Has anybody read Atomic Habits, 1% better every day?
Yes.
So I took my real estate knowledge and I said, okay, I'm gonna take this $1,000 and I'm gonna compound it daily 1%. And by the way, I average 7.7% a day in my trading, which is kind of an obnoxious number. We're not going to talk about that, but let me do this. I usually have this pulled up.
I'll just give you money and you can trade for me.
You know, how many people have offered that? Let's see. So compound daily. So let's just say, guys, yeah, I've had a lot of people come like, I can't do that, man. But $1,000, okay? And this is something, if you do a 1% daily for 1 year, okay? And you reinvest every single day, reinvest all of it. That turns into I'm on my iPad, $37,000. Okay, now the really cool thing is, if you get good at this, you can probably average 1.5. Again, I average 7. If you take $1,000 and you average 1.5% gains in trading or whatever it may be, that literally turns into $229,000 a year just by getting 1.5% daily gain. Okay. Does anybody make over $200,000 a year right now in real estate consistently? I mean, some do, some don't. I know.
It's a bear.
Okay. So where this really gets kind of crazy, okay, 2.5% daily, which is a norm if you're good, turns into $820,000 a year. So would anyone here on this call be willing to learn how to do this to make maybe an extra $200,000 to $800,000 a year, right? And would you really be willing to learn, not kind of, let's say what they say, half-ass it? We're going to kind of go in, we're going to learn about this, what we can actually grow and do. That's the power of this. The cool part about it, guys, is that you don't need much money to start. Everybody has this real crazy, I'm going to throw $100,000, $200,000. I think you're nuts. I literally turned $400 into $40,000 the first run in crypto. Okay. And that was by accident. I'm not going to lie. That was not skill. That was accident.
What made me, or what wanted me to have you on today was, I was on one of the masterminds you did a couple weeks ago, and there was a gentleman on.
Mm-hmm.
You know who it is. He put 50,000 in and turned it into $10 million.
Yeah. So you thought Jeff Williams?
Yeah.
Yep.
That just blew my mind. I was like,
and so that's I'm partnered with Jeff in this, and I tell Jeff all the time. I mean, that's rare air, guys. You're not going to turn 10,000 into 10 million overnight. He caught it at the right time. He did actually catch XRP. He's an XRP fan. Huge fan of it. And he caught it at the time when it was trading at 3 cents, 8 cents, whatever it was, and went up to like $1.85. I mean, you literally 400x his money. Okay. I teach. So that's what happened with Sheila. Sheila got into crypto because of Jeff. And Sheila bought crypto because Jeff said, buy this. And that crypto, when she bought, started going down. And what we do, anybody's heard the term HODL? HODL, HODL?
No. Hold
on for dear life. Okay. And people do that in crypto. They watch this thing go down. And literally, I know she don't care if I tell. When I got in business with Sheila, she was down $1 million. She watched it go from here to here. And you can imagine just watching that. And the crazy part about it is you do watch it.
Yep.
Okay. That's why I do a thing called risk management. I'm willing to, whenever I do a trade, I'm willing to lose a certain percentage of my money if I take that trade. Now, people ask me all the time, well, what makes you take this specific trade? That's a whole other conversation. That's when the IM piece, that is when, if we're in business together, I don't mind talking and chatting with people about it. Hey, I'm doing this because literally, I mean, I watch on my phone charts constantly. You know, there's an app called Trading View. Okay. And you look at what things do. So you see that, you know, and I could show you all specific things like that if you want to get into it.
Does anybody have any questions so far? Just unmute your mic and ask away.
I have a million questions, but I don't even know what to ask.
Yeah, I got a question. So I put it in the chat box, but so when it first kind of started, I bought like some Ethereum and I just kind of forgot about it and whatever. Starting to learn a little bit about it, but what you know, I have it on like PayPal and Robinhood and stuff, but obviously there's Coinbase and a lot more other platforms to trade and stuff. What do you recommend as far as trading, buying, selling?
If you're going to trade, like become a day trader of sorts, you know, I always recommend one that you can use in your country. Okay, so I deal with a lot of international clients, but what we're looking at is that KuCoin is a great one. KuCoin. Now you can do this with Coinbase. You can do, you know, obviously with that, but KuCoin's an exchange. It is centralized, but it is a form of a decentralized exchange, and you can actually trade a lot more tokens on that type of platform. You can trade, if you get verified, you can trade up to $250,000 a day, and you could actually withdraw up to $50,000 a day on that platform. I like it because I literally go on my phone and I trade from my phone. I travel a lot. I'm kind of known as like the nomad guy. I travel, I go around, I do things. I do all my trading. I do have a trading rig with multiple mantras when I get into it, but I'll be honest, guys, I haven't done that in a while. I've really learned to kind of trade from my phone. And what I'll do is I'll track the charts on a daily. If I see something that looks interesting, I will buy. I'll put a specific position to sell. Okay, if it goes down, and then I'll put a specific sell order if it goes up. And that's a skill learned. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that tomorrow you're going to be able to trade from your phone and be able to manage, you know, $10,000, $20,000, but you can do it from your phone using KuCoin. I like KuCoin a lot.
How many trades do you typically have going on at once?
Man, I used to be that guy with 10, 20 trades at once, and now it's one or two if you're lucky. And even then, so I've really shifted my entire business model into NFTs. So now I trade NFTs, I monitor them, I see what's going on, and they don't fluctuate like the market. Like, you know, when Donald Trump got COVID, the market crashed. When, you know, all these things that were uncertain about real crypto, you know, I kind of got to a point, I was like, man, this is kind of crazy. It's driving me nuts. And literally there was no community in it. The reason why I like trading NFTs is that when you buy a specific NFT, you're instantly interjected into this community of other people, like-minded people who are doing NFTs and trying and trading different things and build. Like I have on my phone Discord, and I'm in multiple Discords, and I'm friends with a lot of people. And I really built friendships all across the world. It's kind of crazy. Like literally, the company I'm affiliated with, I've attracted agents in other countries just because I'm in a Discord channel with them.
Does KuCoin do NFTs as well, or just crypto?
They don't. They just do crypto. If you want to do NFTs, you could go. You have Ethereum. Ethereum's big, and Solana. That's the two main ones you want to do right now. I trade a little bit of Ethereum NFTs, okay, and I trade a lot of Solana NFTs, and those are all wallet-based, like MetaMask and Phantom. And you go into OpenSea or Magic Eden to buy and sell those. And it's funny, I got some of these the agents that are here in Puerto Rico. I have them buy. If anybody knows Scott Lewis, I had Scott Lewis buying some Solana NFTs the other day, and we're just cracking up laughing because he's like, I just spent $1,000 on this thing. Are you kidding me? You know, Sheila the other day bought this thing called Fellow Ape. She's spending like $600 for a picture of a monkey. You know, and they're dying, they're laughing. It's so different, but what's happening is that's what people are doing. I made them buy it because I'm like, if you want to be in the crypto game, you need to know what the heck that's about. So I got them creating Phantom wallets, getting some Solana, and buying these NFTs. And they're like, what if it goes down? Well, you just learned a lesson. Now it's time to learn. But it goes up.
So what was that one piece of art? Was it like a monkey or something that sold for like ungodly.
There's a lot of them, man. They got the Board Ape Yacht Club, which is like kind of that and CryptoPunks are the two hottest Ethereum NFTs in the world. And literally those sell for a minimum of $400,000 for one picture of one monkey. Now back to what I mentioned earlier, community. You buy a Board Ape Yacht Club, you are instantly in a group of people, Steph Curry, Post Malone, Snoop Dogg, like you're in a community with those people. Like these are all crazy celebrities that own these things. And you get into a community with these celebrities. They literally are known for doing big crazy. If you have this NFT, you can go to the big crazy yacht club party that they do. So it's interesting, guys. I'll tell you right now, it's marketing and community. And you can make money doing it, which is it's like being able to buy, sell, and trade art. Some of it's kind of raggedy art. Some of it's pretty cool.
I'm still kind of mind blown. Like it's like I can't.
Right.
I mean, I still can't wrap my head around it. You know.
Yep. And that's where, again, like the education resources, like I Am Academy, come into play, guys. I'll be honest with you. And again, if you're going to do it, you really need to learn it. Okay, go in there, take the courses, go watch the lives, figure out what the heck this is, ask questions. We have a lot of things that we're building out soon. Like, again, like my particular brand that I'm building out, Unfireable, will have a crypto part of it that, will be kind of like you said, Lee, that part where, hey, I am in business with some of the best crypto traders in the world, some of the best NFT traders in the entire world. I'm bringing them into this too, to kind of help people talk and educate. And it's an entrepreneurial platform too. It's not just real estate and all that. Looking to do things like that. Crypto Academy itself is what we're building. You will need NFT access to do that. So we're building all of our education systems, guys, just so you know, are NFT based. You can't get access if you don't own our NFT. And we're doing that for a reason. Because you got to learn. If I just simply give you a link and you're in, like, okay, great, I'm in. Now what am I going to do? First thing first, you're going to pay for it. And then secondly, you're going to use that NFT for access. And that's an education learning piece right there in itself. Then you could instantly go on social media and go, hey, look, I just bought an NFT and now I got access to this exclusive private group of like-minded people. Again, what am I doing with that? Marketing and community.
So if I were to buy an NFT, you said that those are more stable and they won't.
Yeah, they're a lot more stable than crypto right now. Now, they go up and down, the same thing too. But what I'm seeing now, this could change. This is one thing about crypto and digital assets. It changes. And that's why you need to be in the know. But as we stand right now, these things have, maintained their value and risen at a decent percentage as of now. Can that change? Absolutely. But say like you got a couple $100, you're like, okay, I want to say I bought an NFT. Go buy it. Learn about it. Spend 10, 20, 30, 100, 400, 500, whatever you're comfortable with,
And what type of appreciation can you?
It all varies, man. You could lose money on them. Some of them are just not worth a damn. And then some of them have great communities and they're real life functionality and different things, and you can grow in it, It all, again, they call so in the crypto game, it's DYOR. Anybody knows that stand for?
No.
Do your own research. Okay. So look at it. Hey, this looks kind of cool. I think these people are kind of fun. I'd buy based on that.
My mind is swirling. It's like a new world. I don't know. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, think about this, guys. As everybody here is in real estate,
yes,
NFTs are going to be the biggest shift in your real estate business. Okay. Buying the picture of a monkey is not going to help you, other than the fact that, okay, I know what an NFT is. I know how to buy it. And that's what it is. But we already have it. It's in place. Like we are what we're building. We're already partnered with NAR. Okay. It's coming. These NFTs will be the way that you buy and sell and transact real estate. Okay. So again, mine's spinning right now. Next thing you do, go Google, what's an NFT? How do I buy an NFT? Okay. Because at some point, and this is not, I don't think it's next year. I don't think it's in the next 6 months, But I will tell you in the next, does everybody intend to be in real estate for the next 3 to 5 years? Learn it,
Likely.
learn it. Because you will, I'll promise you, you will be out the business if you don't.
Is there
And right now, I'm sorry, good.
is there anything right now like digital asset wise, like NFT, that's connected to real assets, or will real estate be the first one?
Real estate is the first one. And right now there's companies that are doing it, but they're doing it illegally against SEC policy, rules, and regulations. But right now, nothing is physically attached to a real estate entity yet. Now, there's people who have done, there's guys who bought the Michael Jordan house. They've tokenized it, NFT'd it, and now they're trying to sell it in parcels and places and pieces like that. But in theory, it's not actually tied to the actual real estate or transaction right now. We are literally in the next week and a half going to record the whole entire course with Teresa Grobecker, who's the lead with NAR. She's the only NAR approved and patented blockchain real estate company and education system in the world. And we are very fortunate to be partnered with her. And we are in the next week and a half recording the whole entire course class to learn about this. So you guys will have early access or entry into that if you want. It is going to be a part where with our platform, if you do mint your own NFT, I mean, how cool would it be if you just minted your agent NFT tomorrow? Would anybody share that on social media? You know, and that's, you know, it's really cool. So we're doing things like that where we're minting actual agent NFTs. Okay. And then from there, it is marketing. Real estate's marketing. Like, oh man, Nicole, what are you doing? Stephanie, what are you doing? What is this? Well, look, we're getting NFTs. Oh, well, I'm interested in that. And then you start bringing in those potential crypto people into your business. And then guess what? You need to know what the heck you're talking about. Yep. And that's why we have this big course. It'll be a big, long course that we can go through. It's not a certification course yet, but it will be real estate agent digital assets. It's gonna be a lot of learning.
Is that course through once you get an NFT with Unfireable?
Not Unfireable, but we'll be with Crypto Academy. Yes, we have NFT. It's NFT based with Crypto Academy. If you mint your agent NFT with us on Consortia platform, you will get access to that, the Crypto Academy course, and also we'll have a private channel for people who are involved in Consortia and Crypto Academy with us. Yes.
Okay.
Now, is Consortia live yet, or is that what you're building right now?
It actually is live. We've actually minted NFTs for houses yet, but it's not in the full public phase yet. No, the Consortia is live.
So step one is to join the academy, which is the I
am Academy.
I am. Academy.
Yep. And I can get you a link to that. Yeah. and look at it. So that's a big step, guys. Like I tell you right now, I'm one of them people. When I learn something, I go deep into learning it. Okay, especially if you're using some of your money or your business. Like you guys work hard for your real estate business. You have a certain professionalism. You want to make sure you know what the heck you're talking about. You don't want to be this random person talking crypto and you literally don't know. You know, so you have standards in your business, and this is a great standard to start.
So step one, I am Academy. Learn, then Consortia will be step two. That'll be
you know. So you go join also too. If you guys are on Facebook, go right now. It's Crypto Academy. So it's CRYPTOACEMDE, not with a Y. So Crypto Academy, no A, it's Academy with a C. And then rather than an E, it's a Y. I mean, rather than a Y, it's an E. I'm sorry. And I could put it. I'll type it in
one
the
more
chat.
time. I'm gonna put it.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah,
that
put it in
way.
the chat.
Let me just do that. Make it easy for you. So go on Facebook, and we'll get you. There you go. If you want to get with Lee, I'll have a link for IM for you guys too, if you're interested in that.
I think there's some questions.
Oh, Brian or Mitch asked already out loud what that question was from the chat. Is there questions on Facebook Live?
Let's see here. Yeah, someone was like, "Hi guys, I tried to join, but I wasn't able to on my phone."
I'm sorry. So, Anthony, the Crypto Academy that you just typed in there, that's Facebook.
That's Facebook, and that will be our education resource for all real estate professionals in any aspect of real estate. So, guys, your title reps, your loan officers, and people like that, everyone's going to be in a know, and we are building the course to help with all of those processes. This is going to be open to anyone in the real estate field, and we will have also a consumer educational piece coming soon because the consumer is going to need to know. There's people who have digital assets that are sitting on it. Like literally, if you're sitting on a couple 100,000 in Bitcoin, not many people know this, but you could take a loan against your Bitcoin, interest free. And guess what's cool about that? You don't pay capital gains on the Bitcoin. If you have like $100,000 in Bitcoin, you could take a loan against it and never pay capital gains on it, as long as you're sitting in that loan. Or move to Puerto Rico and don't pay capital gains.
I told you, Anthony, I'm there next year.
Yep.
My wife doesn't know yet, but
You don't know yet? Right. It's neat, man. It's fun. And then I'll tell you what's really cool about moving to Puerto Rico, guys, is that the amount of really smart people here. Like literally in the last 45 days, I've met some of the richest and smartest people that I could even imagine. And it's kind of cool because you're in this cool little networking group now. And just big thinkers. It's really neat stuff.
that's exciting. Well, I'm going to be joining. Well, I actually was already on Crypto Academy from the last time we were on, and
Yep.
the first I don't know if it's a pin post, but the first thing is what even is an NFT?
Right. Yeah, right.
Non-fungible token. In plain English, it's a one-of-a-kind digital asset. So,
Yep.
so this is a really good place to just go take a look.
They
Read.
post a lot of information on that, man. So Kevin Cottrell, Kevin Johnson, I don't know if you guys know them, but they're great real estate professionals. And they just keep, Sheila does. I post a little bit on there, but I'm so busy with so many other things right now. It's hard. But Kevin Cottrell, I mean, literally, he finds some of the best articles about what's happening in the world. And that's where you need to pay attention. Like literally, I think it was Mitch talked about Ethereum. Ethereum transactions have officially outpaced Visa transactions. Let that sink in. And you know what's cool about that? How many people on this call actually use Ethereum? Okay, so what's crazier is that we are not even close. You can imagine when everyone starts using Ethereum, Visa will go out of business. And the cool part is, it's all on your phone. Like literally, my Ethereum is right here. So, and it's cool. You see that name? AnthonyDazet.eth. I have my own Ethereum domain name. So if Lee wanted to send me $1,000 in Ethereum, all he's got to do is send it to AnthonyDazet.eth, and I get $1,000 right here. Really cool thing about that, it's like that's what's going to be interesting in the NFT space and the digital asset space for real estate. Literally, the money goes right away to the person. There is no transaction. I could be in China, and you ever tried to send money to anyone in China internationally? Yeah, good luck. It don't happen.
Yeah, it's gonna wire like the down payments and all that shit.
Yep. So the cool part about what's happening with the Ethereum, with the NFT based real estate transactions, every transaction will have a desktop appraisal. Appraisers will never have to go to a property again. Think about that.
Wow.
All it's going to be Matterport. They'll see everything in the house they need to see and have all the information they need to have. Desktop appraisals. They that'll speed up a transaction a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I could see it. I can see it happening.
Absolutely. Oh, it's going to. And again, as a real estate professional, guys, you need to be in the know. And don't let this overwhelm you. You have time. Again, take the time, learn. Okay. Because I'm pretty bad about, when I start talking, I see the room, their eyes glaze over. I am bad about that. I need to find a way to get better, but it's hard for me. But the fact is, don't get overwhelmed. Start learning it. Have conversations with. And I'll tell you what's really cool. Go find other people in your community who are into this. Okay. Like if you literally posted on one of the groups in Facebook or on your own Facebook feed and say, hey guys, look, I want to do I'm really interested in learning about crypto. I want to do a crypto meetup. Who's in crypto? Let's go grab coffee. Let's go to a local restaurant. Let's talk. Okay. And then what you're doing as a real estate professional, you're getting in front of more people who could be potential clients. And you're going to learn crypto and digital assets through them and with them. And look, as a marketing, I'm really good at marketing. I love marketing. There's an opportunity for you guys in every one of your markets to be that crypto digital asset real estate agent right now. No one in your market, I guarantee you, is dominating this niche at any level. And if you are affiliated, I am with eXp Realty. If you guys are affiliated with eXp, you have a whole nother metaverse element you can go into with them also, if you are.
That's a good perspective. Well, I actually feel a lot better about crypto and NFTs now than I did an hour ago. I'm going to definitely join the IM Academy. I'm gonna, spend some time on your Facebook group and really learn. I know Kevin, I know Sheila, I know all of those agents, and all
Hey,
great,
look,
all great.
we're
people.
all
Great.
yeah, we're all really kind of crazy busy at this point, but the goal for this, guys, what we're building is to truly help people. That's the reason that I am in Puerto Rico. It's one thing I've learned, and I've been knowing for years, but Sheila especially has brought to the forefront, is to be a servant leader, serve people. And we are busy, don't get me wrong, but we are going to do our best to make sure everybody kind of learns this at a high level. We all learn together and grow together. That's the whole point of this.
Great stuff. Does anyone have any last questions before we say goodbye?
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do. I just joined the group. I'm excited to see what's in there. And I mean, I feel like this is way above my head, but I feel like, the more I dig in and figure this stuff out, I mean, I want to be one of those agents that is the go-to person for stuff like this. So I think.
And look, friend me on Facebook, get me on Instagram, maybe even a better way, because Facebook kind of gets consumed. It's Anthony Dazet on Instagram if you're on there, and just shoot me some messages. And look, I'll go back and forth with you on things and talk to you a little more about it. But Nicole, you're right. Guys, everybody, there is not one phone Zoom, and I do a lot of Zooms about this. There is not one Zoom that I've had more than 2 or 3 people knew what the heck they were even talking about on this. Okay? So you are nowhere close behind the curve at all. And I want y'all to understand that. And I've been on Zooms with 400 people. Okay. And literally every single one of them says the same exact thing you said, Nicole. Same exact to the T.
Do you think that let me ask you this quick question here before we wrap this up. Do you think that there are, like, across the country, what do you think the percentages of people who actually are in real estate who understand this and are they know what they're doing?
It's to transact like we're going to build, I would say less than 1%. I would easily say we're building a course specific to that, to cater to the 1.8 million real estate agents in this country, because we know. And what's going to happen is if they don't do it right. So if you guys can, we do and Lee, I'll share the link with you too. On Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock, we do the Crypto Academy Zoom meeting with kind of talks about this. And literally the things that are on the line, guys, is your licenses, your errors and omissions insurance, your broker's license, commissions, lawsuits. All of these things are on the line if you do this incorrectly. Okay. All of these things are on the line. So we are setting the standard now to help and then really teach y'all how to do it properly, and then have the everything in place. Again, what's interesting about this is that the real estate companies are going to have to, the leaders, the brokers of all these companies are going to have to be okay and open to changing their broker agreements if they want to do this. And so we're starting at the top. We have some of the biggest real estate companies, you guys know them all, in the world, partnering with us on this to learn. So it's all coming down to Berkshire Hathaways, the Remaxes and things like that. We're talking to them because everybody is starting to see the writing on the wall that this could happen soon.
Crazy stuff.
Interesting. Wow. Amazing. I'm excited. And if you're working on the Sheila and stuff, that's going to be a great course.
Mhm.
That's great.
Oh yeah. We're flying to Dallas. We're recording it. So hopefully we have that edited and done within the next, our goal is 2-3 weeks. And we'll
Okay.
let y'all know about that too. I sent Lee the link to IM. If you guys want to do that, you guys all get into Crypto Academy. I'll approve all y'all. And again, if you I'm probably best on Instagram for messages. So look, feel free, shoot me a message, ask me anything, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Awesome. Anthony, thank you so much. I'm going to use my new soundboard.
Oh God.
Make fun of me.
Love
I
it.
have this new soundboard for my podcast, so I'm going to clap you out here.
Oh
Thank
Jesus.
you so much.
We can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Bummer.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me try again.
Oh, it started high, but no.
Oh, well.
All right, Lee, you gotta get your money back, Lee.
Thanks, everyone. I got to.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank y'all. Have a good
Thanks.
day. Great to meet everyone. Bye.